straight to your door? Perky's Pizza is just a click away. Order online at www.perkyspizza.online for fast delivery, easy payment, and cheesy goodness that make your day. Don't wait. Your perfect slice is calling.
You need.
Time check, it's time to bring you the evening news right here on your nation station, DBS Radio.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the 36th anniversary of Local Government Month opens tomorrow. In the news from the region, Kamala Persad Baisiza to be sworn in as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago on May 1. Internationally, Pakistan says it has a credible intelligence that India intends to launch a military strike within the next 24 to 36 hours. The details of these stories and more are coming up next.
Too often, customers are counted but not valued. Like mere numbers, statistics, transactions. But at Flow, we're prioritizing you, our valued customers who have been with us through every milestone, every moment. That's why we're putting our money where your loyalty is. Flow customers claim up to $400 in rewards for smartphones, groceries, and more when you add mobile to your current internet plan. Because loyalty isn't a one-way street. At Flow, loyalty flows both ways.
DBS News.
And welcome back. First off, the 36th anniversary of Local Government Month will be observed in Dominica beginning tomorrow. Local Government Commissioner Glenroy Tusa says the month is being observed under the theme Building Strong Partnerships for Sustained Community Resilience.
The event will officially open on Thursday, May 1st, with a radio address by the Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development. Also on May 1st is a Thanksgiving Mass at the St. Alphonsus Catholic Church, and that begins at 10. The main celebrant will be Father Branca John. The Thanksgiving Mass, of course, will be carried live on DBS Radio. Other major activities for the month include radio program Talking Point, and that's on May 6th, with a focus on enhancing local governance and development. Importantly, we'll be showcasing women in local government. We are mindful of the significant role that women have played in local governance and development in Dominica. On May 12th, a review committee will meet to deliberate on a draft local government bill. This bill is one step further towards the realization of a local government reform in Dominica. On May 15th, that's Thursday, May 15th, has been designated as Community Cleanup Day, where the councils and other interest groups will be engaged in removal of derelict vehicles, white goods, and of course the general sanitation of the communities. On May 17th, we will hike from Tetmon to Soufriere, and that will be followed by a major sports day on Sunday, May 18th at the Teaser Grounds in Maho.
He says an award ceremony has been planned for the month.
We believe in giving people their flowers while they are alive, and so on May 23rd, we will host an award ceremony where retired village council clerks and long-serving councillors will be recognized for their invaluable contribution towards local government development and management. On Wednesday, May 28th, we will gather at the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard on Bayfront for a major health event dubbed Highway to Health. On that day, we will offer to the general public blood sugar, blood pressure, and weight checks, as well as other related health tests for detection and prevention of non-communicable diseases, NCDs. This is our way of collaborating to combat NCDs, which is a health risk in Dominica. On Friday, May 30th, we will make our usual donation to the Grotto Home and Grange Home in Portsmouth, and we will end with a hike on May 31st from Grand Fort to Freshwater Lake. We're encouraging the general public to participate in the activities planned for Local Government Month as we work to build strong and resilient communities in Dominica.
Local Government Commissioner Glenroy Tusa. The Ebenezer Seventh-day Adventist Primary School has claimed the top spot in the second semi-final round of the DBS Radio Felix Henderson Reading Competition. The event, which was held at the St. Alphonsus Parish Hall, saw 9 schools taking part in Competition 2 of Round 2. Kara David, representing Ebenezer SDA, was named top reader, scoring an impressive 416 points. She was followed closely by Malik Smith of Pettit Savan Primary, who secured second place with 410 points, and Kara John of Senecal Primary, who came in third with 406. The competition's coordinator is Christina Joseph.
So starting with ninth position with 268 points from the Qualiho Primary School, Amelia Thomas. Eighth with 269 points from the Monjon Primary School, Ranella Pascal. With 290 points, Jadon Telemark from the Newtown Primary School. Coming in sixth, Ordella Flora from the Campbell Primary School with 336 points. From the W.S. Stevens School, Kyra Bedminster with 381 points. Fourth, from the St. John's Catholic Primary School, Kiana Boston with 388 points. Coming in third today with 406 points from the Senecal Primary School, Kiara John. In second position with 410 points from the Pettit Savan Primary School, Malik Smith. And our top reader today in competition 2 in round 2 is Miss Kira David from the Ebenezer SDA with 416 points.
Competitions coordinator Christina Joseph. Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and the National Excellence, Octavia Alfred, will assume the chair of the OECS Council of Education Ministers in September. This comes as Dominica will host the 10th Council of Ministers Education meeting of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission. The high-level event is scheduled to be held on the 25th to the 26th of September 2025. The meeting will bring together ministers of education and senior education officials from across the OECS region for strategic discussions aimed at advancing the goals outlined in the OECS Education Sector Strategy 2012 to 2026. The meeting will facilitate robust dialogue and knowledge exchange on shared priorities, including inclusive education, quality learning outcomes, and system-wide reforms. Ministers will also engage development partners and regional agencies to deepen collaboration on education initiatives. The 2025 Council of Education Ministers meeting will serve as a pivotal platform for advancing the regional education agenda. Still in the national focus, the Pan American Health Organization is honoring the late Dr. Carissa Etienne with the naming of a Regional Emergency Operations Center. The Carissa F. Etienne Emergency Operations Center, which is located in Barbados, was officially inaugurated today and will serve Barbados and other countries of the Eastern Caribbean. The Dominican-born Dr. Etienne served as a doctor or director of PAHO and World Health Organization Regional Director for the Americas from February 2013 to January 2023.
This Emergency Operations Center will serve as a vital hub to strengthen PAHO's ability to coordinate timely, effective responses across the 13 countries and territories covered by this multi-country office. It will also enhance the capacity of our decentralized public health emergencies team and ensure we are better positioned to support member states during times of crisis. It is only fitting that this EOC bears the name of Dr. Carissa Faustina Etienne, Director Emeritus of PAHO. Today, we honor her extraordinary leadership, her unwavering commitment to public health, and her legacy of advancing health security and emergency preparedness throughout the Americas. Dr. Etienne's vision and tireless advocacy were instrumental in bringing this project to life, and her influence will continue to guide and inspire us as we operationalize this critical facility.
Pan American Health Organization and World Health Organization representative for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries, Dr. Amelia Derrego. Meantime, Barbados Minister for Health and Wellness, Senator Jerome Walcott, says the launch of Carissa F. Etienne Emergency Operations Center is timely.
This year, predictions are again indicating an active Atlantic Basin hurricane season, with Colorado State University forecasters stating that the upcoming 2025 hurricane season across the Atlantic Basin will be above average, with 17 named tropical storms, including 9 hurricanes, of which 4 are predicted to be major. Given these predictions and past experiences, I dare say that the launch of this Health Emergency Operations Center is extremely timely. We know that hazards like hurricanes can affect lives and livelihoods. The importance of the Carissa Etienne Health Emergency Operations Center and potential benefits of this coordination mechanism for Barbados and the Caribbean cannot be overstated. And we are truly appreciative of this initiative by PAHO. I expect that this Emergency Operations Center will help us as a region to work more closely together, not only to respond, but in preparing for disasters. It is indeed very fitting that the center will be named the Carissa Etienne Emergency Operations Center in memory of Dr. Etienne as Director Emeritus, in recognition of her sterling contribution to public health in the region, and in particular, her strong leadership in the management of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Minister for Health and Wellness in Barbados, Senator Jerome Walcott. Minister for Education Octavia Alfred has told 11 graduating students of the Dominica Community High School that they should pursue skills development. The school leaving ceremony for the Dominica Community High School took place this morning.
You need skills for the digital economy, the blue and green economy, tourism, the Cabrits Marina, the geothermal project, the new international airport, the National Center of Excellence in Tibet, and the Center of Excellence in Special Education. You need the skills. And we are happy about the forward movement we have made in Tibet. We are happy that we can now offer national vocational certification, which is recognized throughout CARICOM. The intention is to finalize the Tibet policy that will allow collaboration with all sectors of government and private sector on skills required to align the workforce to build a resilient Dominica, because we have a rapid growing economy.
Minister for Education Octavia Alfred. President of the Dominica Association of Barbados and Dominica Community High School past student Mona St. Louis, the guest speaker, told the graduating class that good intentions along with insufficiency to guarantee success.
To truly make an impact, you need to aim for something greater. Excellence. Excellence is not about being perfect, but about giving your very best in everything you do. Are good intentions enough to succeed in life? Of course, the answer is a big resounding no. Good intentions hold immense value, and it is through these deep values of those good intentions that they easily become actions. Your thoughts can't change the world unless manifested into actions. However, good intention is not enough. Action is the starting point of any transformation. Thoughts can't change the world unless manifested into actions. If I keep kind intentions, they should be visible in every aspect of my life, even if nobody is monitoring me.
President of the Dominica Association of Barbados, Mona St. Louis. 17-year-old Andrea Shillingford of Fonkole was named the Dominica Community High School Student of the Year.
At the beginning, it wasn't really easy. At the beginning, my grades weren't the greatest, but after I repeated my third year, I decided to just get my act together and decided to keep a promise to my mother of actually doing better and focusing on my schoolwork, and I kept that promise. It was a challenge at first, but then after a while, I got used to it. And then after third form, the ball just kept rolling, and it was the same thing for fourth and fifth form. My message, that would be, failure isn't just a way to just say to just stop. It's a way to tell you to just keep going and trying again to get what you truly want and what you desire, so you can succeed. Whenever there's an assignment, that needs to be done, I need to do it, and sometimes you need to put what you prefer aside so that way you can complete what you need to do. Let's hope that the next generation will also do good and maybe even better as me, because we need more people like that in Dominica.
And that was a Dominica Community High School Student of the Year, 17-year-old Andre Schillingford of Fonkele. Taking us to the end of this evening's National Focus. Up next is news from the region and international.
Too often, customers are counted but not valued, like mere numbers, statistics, transactions. But at Flow, we're prioritizing you, our valued customers who have been with us through every milestone, every moment. That's why we're putting our money where your loyalty is. Flow customers claim up to $400 in rewards for smartphones, groceries, and more when you add mobile to your current internet plan. Because loyalty isn't a one-way street. At Flow, loyalty flows both ways.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now news from the region. Her Excellency Christine Kala Kangaloo, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, will officially swear in Kamala Prasad Bisesa as Prime Minister on Thursday, May 1, 2025 at 4 p.m. Reports indicate that swearing-in ceremonies will take place at the office of the President, marking Mrs. Prasad Bisesa's return to the highest executive office in the country. She previously served as Prime Minister from 2010 to 2015, becoming the first woman in Trinidad and Tobago's history to hold that position. Mrs. Prasad Bisesa appointments follows the outcome of the general elections on Monday, April 28th against her opponents 2025, in which her party, the United National Congress, secured the mandate to form the next government by winning 26 seats. That's compared to 13 for the People's National Movement and 2 for the Tobago's People's Party. The office of the President has confirmed the event will be held in keeping with the constitutional process. It said further details regarding the composition of the new cabinet are expected in the coming days. Internationally, Pakistan's information minister says the country has credible intelligence that India intends to launch a military strike within the next 24 to 36 hours. The comments come after India accused Pakistan of supporting militants behind an attack in Indian-administered Kashmir that killed 26 tourists last week. Islamabad rejects the allegations. Pakistan's information minister says India intends to use the attack as a false pretext for a strike and that any such military adventurism by India would be responded to assuredly and decisively as well. The attack near the tourist town of Bahama was the deadliest attack on civilians in 2 decades in the disputed territory. Both India and Pakistan claim the region and have fought 2 wars over it. Well, this is all the time we have for news. Up next is Sports with Gavin Richards.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Oh, well, good evening. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Evening Sports Report, and let's tip off with basketball news as sports in the semi-finals of the DABA's Elias Dupuy Knockout Tournament will be up for grabs as quarter-final action gets underway in that competition tonight, while the West Coast Ballers will meet the Paybush Super Eagles in the first game at 7 o'clock, while at 9 o'clock, the defending champions, the Dr. Daru Prishla Sports Club Falcons, will take on the Police Sports Club, while both games will be played at the Massac Indoor Facility. In some cricket news this evening, head coach of the Windward Islands women's cricket team, Walter Emmanuel, feels that the ladies' chances are as good as any as they head into the Regional Blaze Women's T20 Tournament, where the competition gets underway tomorrow in St. Vincent. The Windward Islands will play Jamaica in their first match tomorrow night.
The Windward's chances is as good as any of the 5 teams. Yeah, because we had a camp. You see, the camp was very necessary just to build team spirit, togetherness, and I think we achieved that. Okay, so So we are well prepared because our first game is tomorrow night. And you see, barring a few little injuries, we are in good stead. So we are ready for the game tomorrow. We just have to play as a team here together. Well, those with the experience, the West Indies players, it will be an added bonus to us. We can mix with the new ones and the younger ones, and the less experienced, and then with the experience, we can put that together. And as a team, we will pull through.
And that's the head coach of the Windward Islands women's cricket team, Walter Emmanuel. Meantime, Emmanuel had praises for the former Windward Islands player, Pearl Etienne. Etienne retired earlier this year. Emmanuel says that she was a devoted servant to the game.
It's always an added benefit to us bigger. As she's very experienced in the game and she has played it for a number of years. And it will be a challenge for us, but as I said, we just have to put our efforts together. Put our efforts, the experienced ones and the new ones, gel, and then we'll get the work done.
Head coach of the Windward Islands women's cricket team, Walter Emmanuel. Well, 3 Dominicans have been included in the Windward Islands team. They are Bini Serja, Anisha Fontaine and Mia Gilbert, and they will be joining the team being captained by Zeta James. The full Windwards team is Zeta James, Holly Charles, Nisha Sherry, Nerissa Crafton, Ashlyn Edward, Afi Fletcher, Anisha Fontaine, Mia Gilbert, Janelia Glasgow, Jafina Joseph, Naima Masler, Karina Noel, Selena Ross, and Abini Serja. Like we said, the Windwards will be in action tomorrow night in their first encounter. Staying with cricket news this evening, Trinidad made it 3 straight wins as they dispatched the Jamaican Titans as the Cricket West Indies Emerging Players Tournament continued this afternoon in Trinidad. Jamaica batting first were restricted to just 127 for 8 in their 20 overs. Zion Brathwaite top scored with 37 and Leroy Lugg got 30. Johan Laney picked up 2 for 27 and Navin Bidasi 2 for 19 with McKenny Clark getting 2 for 14. Trinidad replied for 130 for 4 in 18.3 overs, winning the game by 6 wickets. We had Kamil Puran top scoring 45 and Joshua Da Silva getting 31, while the win moves Trinidad to the top of the points table.
To get another victory. First, we still have some stuff to work on. Obviously, we're not peaking too early, which is good, but we're still winning games and getting points on the board, which is important.
You mentioned at the toss that you wanted to chase. Tell us a little bit about the importance of a chase and understanding the nuances of having that scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, well, we wanted to bowl first, obviously, to chase and hoping we can get them under that pass score, which is 160. Seems to be a good total at this ground. But we just wanted to test ourselves, test our bowling first, and it's a bit easier when there's no dew involved. So, hopefully it's just a thing of things to come, and we can move on and into the next game.
A victory, no doubt, you'll be satisfied with your overall performance, but what do you want to see even better as you go forward?
Yeah, I thought our ground feeling in this game wasn't too great. I think we could work on that, and also the power play, still not happy at all with how we get through the power play, losing too many wickets, and we haven't gotten that point in the power play as yet, but I think those are a couple of things we can work on.
You've had a good season this year, first-class cricket in our domestic T20 competition with that century, a good start here as well. What are you expecting?
I'm just happy to play cricket. At the end of the day, I'm happy to give my all for Trinidad and Tobago, be it a franchise league. It's still my home. It's still an honor to represent and captain. Just playing cricket as much as I can whenever the opportunity comes knocking, just trying to do my best.
And that's the Trinidad and Tobago captain, Joshua Da Silva. Jamaican captain Ramal Lewis says his batsmen struggled.
Yeah, the batting let us down again, and hard fought to the bowlers. I think the bowlers fought well to defend that total.
Is there anything that you perhaps could have done a little bit differently through the middle overs to make that score a little bit more challenging for the batting team?
Yeah, I think we lost our wicket. We were very soft. We had to regroup and try to build partnership, and we didn't did that until later down in the back end.
Yeah, and with the ball, you guys, as you mentioned, tried. The bowlers gave it a very good effort, but maybe a little bit more attacking through the middle to force them to try something?
Yeah, probably could have been a little bit more attacking in the middle, but we want to try to take it as deep as possible as well, but we didn't pick up wickets at crucial times, and that's what hampered us.
As you reflect on this game then and you go back to the dressing room, what would the discussions be like as you try to pick yourselves up?
Well, we still got a few games to go, and you know this tournament with the point system, you can end up anywhere. So, just stay positive and, see what we can put together for the other games.
And that's Jamaica's captain Ramal Lewis. Well, the Leeward Islands will play Barbados in the other match tonight. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock. Meantime, Cheyenne Brathwaite hit an unbeaten half-century to power Barbados to their first win in the tournament, beating the Windward Islands last night. Brathwaite made the Infernos pay the price for dropping him in the field as he smashed 85 not out of 50 balls, leading the Barbados Pelicans to a score of 199 for 5 in their 20 overs. And then we had the Windward Islands chasing 200 to win. They needed 23 runs of the last over, but they came up just short. They got 198 for 9, losing the game by 1 run. Teddy Bishop top scored with 61. We had Naeem Young taking 3 for 29 for the Barbados team. Cheyenne Brathwaite was named the man of the match.
Honestly, it was a roller coaster, but I just believe in keeping my composure, and I guess luck was on my side today.
It was a weird innings because it started, you didn't hit a boundary for your first 20 balls. What changed your rhythm today?
Well, just batting time, honestly, while Wickham was going and he was in a good flow, I just wanted to get him on strike, and the deeper we bat, I know we could have got over 180.
And that was the man of the match, Cheyenne Brathwaite. Well, the Windward Islands Infernos captain is Alec Athanase.
Well, to be honest, I felt that in the last 7 overs, we really kind of let them slip. But then again, the dew started kicking in, so it was a bit difficult for the bowlers to grip the ball.
Tell me about the sort of the back-end bowling and also the way you wanted the guys to start knowing you had to chase 200.
Well, to be honest, the back-end bowling wasn't as planned. To be fair, credit goes to them. They batted really well, and they kind of counter-attacked all the plans we had. But then again, the ball was a bit wet, so it was difficult for the bowlers. And I think we started with the bat. We started a bit slow, to be honest. But Raishon, he held his end. He played really well, and that is good to see.
And to fall 1 run short, Alec, when you think back and reflect on the game, what could you guys have done marginally better to get over the line today?
I think get a single somewhere, I guess. But to be fair, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Even if we were on the losing side, I really enjoyed the effort from the boys, and it was commendable to see them in the back end.
And that's the Windward Islands Infernos captain, Alec Athanase. Well, in some more news from the CWI Emerging Players Tournament, the Trinidad and Tobago Legion's fast bowler Joshua James has been reported for suspect bowling action and has been suspended from bowling in the ongoing tournament. His action was cited by match officials during the first 2 matches against the Barbados Pelicans and the Guyana Rainforest Rangers. As part of the process, once a player is reported for a suspect bowling action, video footage from the match in which the player was reported is provided to Cricket West Indies, and the video footage along with the written report is sent to the Loughborough University for analysis using an opinion report. Well, the assessment revealed that James' deliveries exceeded the legal level of tolerance for extension of the elbow permitted under the play-in regulations, and as per the International Cricket Council ICC regulations, the suspension will also apply to all other domestic leagues worldwide. So James won't be able to bowl unless he undergoes remedial work under the supervision of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, and then he has to reapply, or he'll be eligible, to apply for reassessment once he has modified his bowling action. And that we can end with news that the president of the Dominican Olympic Committee, Billy Doctorow, says he feels honored and humbled to be selected the new Pan Am Sports Ethics or to be selected to the Pan Am Sports Ethics and Good Governance Commission. The main objectives of the commission is to ensure good governance and Olympic values of all members in Pan Am Sports and to guarantee these factors in all events and activities of the organization. The 7-member commission includes members from Canada, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Brazil, and Guyana. Billy Doctorow says his appointment highlights the good work of the Dominica Olympic Committee.
Pan Am Sports is a very important and prestigious organization within the Olympic movement. They are the governing body of Olympic committees of the Americas, from North America, Central America, the Caribbean, and South America. So to have been appointed to the Ethics and Good Governance Commission is a feather in our cap of the Dominica Olympic Committee. And according to the president of Pan Am Sports, Mr. Illick, he said, I have been appointed because they have been very satisfied with in the manner in which we have conducted the affairs of the Dominica Olympic Committee from since we took up office. So the appointment has been made. It is true that I have been appointed, but the appointment is not only of my functioning, of my performance. It is the performance of the entire executive and the general body of the Dominica Olympic Committee, and I really want to thank the executive for the support and cooperation that they have given to me since I took up the presidency.
And that's President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctorow, taking us to the end of the DBS Evening Sports Report. More sporting highlights tomorrow morning during the major morning news. But we also want to invite you to stick around to DBS Radio as the Off the Field program heads to the DFA Technical Center this evening in Stock Farm, a special edition of Off the Field, as we'll be in with the national football team as they're preparing for 2 international friendlies against Barbados next week. We're going to get up and close and personal with the national men's football team. You can join Delvin Esprit and myself in about half an hour's time from the DFA Technical Center. So on behalf of Hassan Robinson, who presented the news, and the rest of the sports and news departments, our links person DJ Halo Boy, Gavin Richards saying good evening.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.